Welcome to Thoughts Off the Stem. Thank you for joining the sesh with me, Justin Barone. I hope you're having a good day, good week, good month, good year. I hope life's being good to you is what I'm saying. When was the last time you saw the cost of your Tim's order when you were going through the drive-thru? Yeah, that's right. That's my question for this week. It's all about pet peeves. Because I was driving through the drive-thru at a Tim Hortons near my girlfriend's house on the weekend, and it dawned on me that I don't think I've looked at what the bill, like how much it was, in probably like 8 months, 9 months, maybe longer. Who knows? Maybe a year or two. Because have you not noticed that what they do is sometimes they tell you at the kiosk how much your order was, and then other times they just go, pull up, please, and then you pull up, and next thing you know, they're just shoving the debit tap thing in your face with a stick from 10 feet away. But when they put it out the window, it's like just out of your sight line, so you can't actually see what's on it. You just know that you have to tap, so you just automatically tap because you're used to tapping everything now. Have you noticed this? Think about it, because I mentioned it to my girlfriend. I was like, they could have charged me like $15 for these 2 coffees. I would have had no idea until I checked my bank account probably next month. And she was like, no, they don't do that to you. She pulls up because she has one of those Tim's cards, like the rewards cards. So she always taps on the rewards card, right? So she pulls up that app. Guess what? Almost every other day, the coffee prices were different. If you get the same thing every day, like large double doubles, like $1.89 or $2 or something like that, maybe $2.10 at the most, right? She gets espressos, and the espresso is like $3.13. Well, there were days or times that she got these things where it ended up being that it was like $3.63. Where's that other 50 some odd cents going? I have a feeling that it has to do with people not wanting to tip people anymore and people not carrying cash. That's right. I think what they're doing is they're adding 50 cents so that they can get a tip every time, because I think they know that that nobody asks to see the actual, payment thing. That's what I think. That's what I think is happening. I think these Tim Hortons workers are just going on the idea that you're never going to check, and they're just racking up bills on you. Because I'm not kidding. When we looked through her account, there was like a good, probably every other charge for like the month was a different value. So like one day it would actually be $3.13. The next day it was like $3.63. Then the next day after that it was like $3.43. Like that's what I think. I think because people are so fed up with tipping that they don't even want to give change, where they used to give change to like Tim Hortons drive-thru employees, because like who wants a couple nickels and dimes? It's always nice to sort of, pay it forward to the next guy if you can, especially at this time of year when it's like all around the holidays. And then I think they started skimming, dude. I think Tim Hortons drive-thru employees are skimming from the public. Yeah, that's right. I think that the other part of the problem is that they're in gas stations. And you know what happens in gas stations now? Now, you remember when you used to be able to go into a gas station and everything was just, okay, here's my gas and that's what I'm doing, right? I'm paying for my gas, that's it. Maybe I'll get some, I remember, you get smokes, you get lottery tickets, and then you move on with your day, right? Now, the gas station, at least in Ontario, Canada, has beer. It has lottery. It's basically a fucking grocery store. And some of them have Tim Hortons. Some of them have like Mr. Subs. Some of them have different little businesses inside those businesses, so you can get more than one thing at the gas station. The problem with this is that the gas station now has started to basically become a third world flea market. It feels like when you walk into these places that you're gonna, have you ever been to the Bahamas? You go to like a flea market or like the market, and if you're a tourist, they'll come to you and they'll put like a necklace on you, like a beaded necklace, and they'll be like, oh, that looks so great. And then they'll be like $5, and it's already on you. So you don't want to be rude because you're Canadian and you're nice to people. You don't want to be rude and take it off and then be like, fuck you and your $5, So you pay the $5 because it's only $5 and who cares, right? Well, that's what it's like going into a gas station in Ontario now, because you can't pump the gas and then go pay. No, now you have to prepay in there, or you have to pay at the pump ahead of time. Dude, stop stealing gas. That's why that's happened. But now because you don't go in that often and most people just pay at the pump and and they go on with their day, they never enter the gas station. So that unlucky soul that decides to go into the gas station for whatever purpose, if you're all of a sudden inundated with deals, dude. It's like I'm surprised they haven't started putting out like an area where there's like, rugs or clothing or like fucking appliances. Like soon it's going to be a Walmart for gas and everything else you need. It's going to be a one-stop shop, the true one-stop shop. But it's annoying as shit because the other night I went in, it was late at night. I was just going to get a pop because again, I was driving and I didn't want coffee because coffee keeps me up too late, but I could have a little bit of pop and it'll keep me alert because of caffeine, right? I go in, I put a Dr. Pepper bottle on the counter and the guy goes, "Oh," he rings it up. First of all, he rings it up and he rings up 2. And I'm like, "Why are you ringing up 2? I have 1. I don't have 2. He's like, "I know, but if you get 2, then you save $1 on the second one." Dude, I don't give a shit. Like, I'm already paying through the roof for this fucking beverage. Why would I get a second one to get $1 off? You know what you should do if you want people to buy more things at a gas station? Maybe don't charge $400 for a bottle of pop. Maybe don't charge $58 for a chocolate bar. Then you wouldn't have to make a deal where if you buy 2, you get it for $4. That's bullshit, man. I'm not here to do my grocery shopping. Why would I spend all of my money here? I understand if you're on a trip and you're like on the highway and you have to stop on one of those, en route stations where that's all there is and you have to get a bunch of chocolate bars. That's where the deal comes. But why do I have to go to a gas station, spend about $100 on my car, and then as soon as I enter the gas station, have to be worried about being asked every 10 feet if I want 2 of everything? I don't fucking want 2 of everything, dude. If I wanted 2, I would get 2. I would bring 2 to the counter. And it's not like you're helping your cause because now I just hate you. I hate that you keep asking me to spend more money when I'm already pissed off at the price of gas. Like gas stations are not the place to haggle or like have a meeting about whether or not I'm going to spend more money. Okay? I want to get in and out. I already have a hard time with the people that come in and do their lottery tickets on like a Monday morning and you're trying to get to work and you have to get gas and this dude's doing like 42 fucking lottery tickets. There should be a law that if you're going to go to the gas station to return your fucking lottery tickets, you get one ticket and that's it. And then you move on with your day. You don't get to do all 50 that you have. Okay? Or the attendant at the counter, I get customer service, but like maybe that guy should be like, "Hey, there's 75 other people behind you trying to pay for gas. Maybe we don't do this right now. Maybe you come back at 4:00 because if you did win, the money's still going to be there at 4. You don't have to worry about it." You know what I'm saying? It's kind of dumb. It's kind of dumb and it pisses me off. Those are my 2 biggest pet peeves. Is that 1, the drive-thru at Tim Hortons doesn't show you how much you have to pay right now. I think they're trying to scam you out of some tips because everybody's pissed off at this like minimum 20% tipping bullshit now. I got to tip you for making a coffee for me? Come on, man. Come on, if I have change, sure, I'll give you change. But you shouldn't be scamming me for 50 cents because you made a cup of coffee. That's your job. You're already getting paid to do that. Generally, tips were because you went above and beyond what the average person did and they made your moment enjoyable, like especially at a restaurant. Also, at a restaurant, that person is slightly underpaid so that you help them out if they're a good server. If they're a bad server, they don't get tips or they don't get a good one anyway. But at Tim Hortons, do I need to tip you? At Mr. Sub or Subway, do I need to tip you? I don't think so. That's already what you're getting paid for. So get the fuck out of here with that shit, okay? So those are my 2 biggest pet peeves. And then my next one is, like I said, the gas station now is a place where you just haggle for inconsequential shit. If you want to give me a deal on this. Give me a 2-for-1 on windshield washer fluid. Give me a 2-for-1 on, for every $1 of gas that I spend, give me 10 cents off that. How about that? If you reach a certain point, like you spend $75, no problem. Here's like, 2 cents per liter off just to make it worth your while. Thanks, man. That's loyalty. I don't give a shit if you have 2 Dr. Peppers for $6. 2 Dr. Peppers should be $4. Okay? I'm not doing my grocery shopping at your place. And no, I don't want a second of everything. Because even though I'm saving $1 on that last one, both those drinks are way overpriced because you're a gas station. You're supposed to sell gas, not fucking supermarket shit. Okay? That's all I'm saying. It's kind of a pain in the ass, dude. It drives me crazy. These are like the little minuscule daily pet peeve things that drive me crazy. Slow drivers drive me nuts. Like you're trying to leave the gas station, you're pissed off at, having to haggle over getting the fuck out of there at a reasonable time without 800. I didn't go to Costco. Now I'm out behind this guy that doesn't want to use a turn signal till the very last second, and I'm almost right in his back end because fuck me. That was a really odd way of putting that one. But I hate that. I know you can relate to that. People that they're coming to a turn and they put their signal on at the very last second. And it's just, gotta go, turn in here. They're indicators, people. Indicators. Indicate what you want to have happen next. You turn it on, you let the people around you know and give them time to take in the information that you're turning left or right. You don't go to the corner and be like, fuck, there's my turn, click, 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 whoom, and turn on, and then crash. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up, dude. It's fucked up. Cars with bumper stickers, those drive me crazy. What do you need all these bumper stickers for? Are you telling me what you like? You know what? If you're a criminal and you want to get away with stuff, the best thing you can do is not have bumper stickers or personalized license plate. Who personalizes their license plate, dude? What kind of douchebag has to have a personalized license plate? You have to pay more for it. Ugh. I don't know. Those things drive me crazy. I don't care where you've been. I don't care how many mountains you've climbed. I don't care how many dogs you have. I don't care how many times you've watched Star Trek. I don't care if you think God is great, because God's not going to save you when you're doing 20 in the fast lane on the highway and a transport truck is out of control. It's just, what are you going to do? Pray on that one? Nope. Truck's going right through you. You get stuck on a railroad track because you're dumb and you didn't see the crossing and you're like, fuck, there's a train coming. Oh, my bumper sticker says, oh, I survived a train crash. No, you didn't. You didn't. Okay? Your car is not a billboard. It's a fucking car. The only people that I've seen drive that have bumper stickers are people that drive the worst because they're too busy worrying about all the places and showing off oh man, I went to Mount Everest. I have a bumper sticker for that one. Now what am I doing today? Oh, I'm going for a bike ride. Better get a bumper sticker for that one. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Stop worrying about the decals on your car and start worrying about how you drive. I was driving home one day. This dude, and of course, okay? It was like a RAV4 or some bullshit. The type of car that douchebags drive when they want to go kayaking, or they want to go snowboarding, or they want to go for a bike ride on the middle of a Wednesday in the summer. This guy's got his entire back door, his trunk, because it was an SUV, from window to ass was covered in bumper stickers of all the places he'd been to, bike road and all that shit. Okay. This douchebag did everything that you don't like. He drove slow. He last second pulled out of a turning lane. He was turning left at a light. I'm coming up. This guy doesn't even look, flicks his blinker on right before I'm almost there and just pulls out in front of me because now he wants to go straight. Dude, I almost slammed right into the back of him. I was fucking pissed. I was losing my shit, okay? I'm driving down the road after this guy. He finally moves out of the way. I get ahead of him because I don't like being behind drivers like that. Fuck those drivers, dude. So I try to get away from him, right? This guy followed me for 3 lights. Finally, he pulls up beside me and I'm just I'm steaming, man. I was ready. I felt like if I was a crazy person, I would have probably done some dumb shit outside of my car. And you can't do that, right? So this guy pulls up beside me, rolls his window down. He's like, hey, roll your window down. And he points and he tells me to do it. And I'm like, so I roll my window down. The guy's like, look, man, I just really wanted to apologize. I shouldn't have done that. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Literally what I said to him. I go, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why did you not look? You almost had me crash into you. If I wasn't driving the car that I drive, I definitely would have slammed right into you because it was last second that you decided to pull out. And I kind of anticipated it because when you're driving, you get a feel for what's around you. Well, I anticipated this guy doing some dumb shit because it was like, I don't know, maybe it was like a Kia Soul or something, but it was the type of car. You look at it like Subarus. We all know what Subarus are for, right? So it was that type of car where I'm like, oh, this is some hippie douchebag that's trying to go on a bike ride. Like, fuck this guy. So I kind of knew and I avoided it and I didn't hit him. But then this guy's trying to apologize to me at a light. And you know what I hate in that situation is I hate dudes that are just like, well, man, like I'm sorry. I'm just trying to apologize. If you want to just be all pissed off about it, of course I'm pissed off about it. I watch my life flash before my eyes where you're just like, dum, dum, dum. I'm driving down the road and it's a very, very sunny day and I love it. I got my bike in my back and I'm going for a ride. Like, you fucking aloof dick. Okay, that shit pisses me off. So this guy's trying to like get me to accept his apology and I'm basically telling him to go fuck himself. Like, no, not gonna happen. That drives me insane, dude. And then, okay, so you have those dudes. And then the other thing that really drives me nuts, we'll go back to the gas station for a second, because there's a gas station by my old house, right? Where they had a Tim Hortons inside, but no drive-through. You had to go in to get the Tim Hortons. Remember when they first rolled out the Tim Hortons rewards plan and like you had to do all this weird shit to sign up? Well, there was this one dude that he wasn't homeless, but he looked homeless, He's holding up a line. There's like 15 people in line. I'm somewhere in the middle, and I paid for my gas, and this guy is freaking out on the Tim Hortons employee because he has to go online to sign up for the card to get the rewards to activate the card. And he's trying to give this guy shit like he could do anything about it. It's a head office corporate thing. There's nothing that this dude behind the counter can do. This dude makes coffees. He can't do shit. It's just a protocol that they have, okay? And then this guy is taking up everybody's morning because everybody's trying to get to work. It's like, 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and this dude's fucking arguing with this kid. Finally, I got fed up. I lean over, I go, hey, buddy, I get that you're frustrated, but that kid can't do shit for you. He serves coffee. You got a problem? Call head office at Tim Hortons and be like, if I don't want to fucking do this. My mom's too old to be able to work the internet properly. Or help her. Don't be an asshole. Help her do it. Figure it out. But here's not the time, because now you're holding up all of us and you've got a bigger problem than just being upset at this card, because now we're all upset at you. So get the fuck out of the way. It's too early in the morning for that shit, dude. That guy, everybody, I would like to say that everybody clapped, but you know how at first everything seems awkward because like people are like, oh my God, this guy's yelling at this other dude. And then at the end, everybody's like, yay, silently, they're like, woo, thanks for doing that, man, because we really wanted to get the fuck out of, like, people will let shit explode, and that guy was going to get exploded on. It was going to be bad news. Loud eaters are the fucking worst, bro. There's this person I know where one time at work, I was trying to have my lunch at the back, and then this person came and had their lunch at the back. I have never seen a person that's in their like late 20s, mid to late 20s or older eat like this before. Here's a little ASMR. This is these loud eaters are the type of people that I think enjoy ASMR, okay? Because her whole thing was this. That was it. I couldn't do it, dude. I had to go eat my sandwich outside. I can't listen to you mouth chomp your food. I don't care. Even if you're, that's delicious. Say it once. You don't need to do it the whole time. You don't need to sound like you're fucking your food, okay? You also don't need to sound like you're going down on your food. So don't be a mouth eater. Or I mean, don't be a loud eater. Oh. These are just some of the pet peeves that I have that I'm pretty sure other people share. Like my kids at home, they don't. Oh, at work, this is the worst. When someone doesn't replace the toilet paper. I have learned, because I hate shitting in public because of this exact reason. Like first, my butthole's like, nope, not pooping in public. And then second, my body's like, I'm not letting this out. You're not sitting on that seat. So even if I try, it's like I've been constipated for like 42 days, But I don't do it because I went to the bathroom at work one day, took a shit, no toilet paper. Now what do you do? You hope that you can find a Kleenex box under the sink, or like a paper towel box that you could, or a paper towel roll that you can rip up, and then wipe and then do your business. Otherwise, you're stuck in there. At home, it's one thing because you just call out, "Give me some toilet paper." But why isn't there toilet paper? There should always be toilet paper. I got 2 girls, 3. I got 2 girls and me, and I have my own bathroom, so I just try to go to my own bathroom because if it's out of toilet paper, it's my own fault, and that's fine. I could deal with me. But I have 2 girls. They need toilet paper for everything, dude. Everything. So like, why isn't there toilet paper? Why, when they kill the toilet paper, don't they put the toilet paper roll back up there? It's super annoying. It drives me crazy. It makes me want to fight. It makes me want to fight when I can't wipe my ass. Because that's like the most embarrassing shit ever. Is like, oh, I didn't look, so now I always check for toilet paper before I even sit down. You have to. Life hack number 1, always check the toilet paper. I almost went into a stall at work that was because I like to go in the handicap stalls because there's so much more space. And I was about to sit down. I thought, I better just check this. And I shoved my hand into like the 2-roll dispenser. No toilet paper. Good thing I checked, because I would have shat in that and then not been able to do anything. And it was a small bathroom, and it was commute. Like, there was more than one stall. So there was a good probability that, I was going to have to walk twig and berries out to another stall to wipe my ass. Just saying, not the best look at work. People who interrupt are right up there with not being able to wipe my ass. When you're talking to somebody and then they're so worried about telling you the thing that they're thinking about or whatever they want to get off their chest next, they tell you what you're talking and then they just interrupt. I remember this happened to me a couple times at work, and it drives, like, that's my biggest, I will fume. Like, if you interrupt me once, okay, mistake, probably, I give you the benefit of the doubt. If you keep on interrupting me, I turn into the guy from Saw that set up all the different booby traps. All I can think about are ways to dismember you. Okay? Because you've now interrupted me when I'm talking to somebody else because you're more important. I fucking hate that shit. So if you interrupt me like 2-3 times in a conversation, you can guarantee that my thought process is, how can I put you in an environment where there's a booby trap that'll rip off your fucking head? And I'm not saying I'm a nice person. I'm not saying I'm a great person. I'm just saying these are the things that I think, okay? And I think that a lot of people can agree with some of these pet peeves, because I know others that are just they don't. I get it. I'm saying I get it. I hope you get it. I hope this is like a thing that people, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I put some oil in my coffee today, and it's starting to like settle in a little bit. And then the coffee is like counteracting the oil. And so I have this like weird high body, high mind, but also very like unfocused caffeine buzz going. You know what else drives me nuts? This is probably should have been one of my top ones as well, but grocery store congregations. If you don't know what I mean about this, you ever been in a grocery store where 2 families or 2 couples or like 4 people that know each other run into each other, and they all decide, everybody's got a cart. There's already not very much room in a grocery store, especially when it's like busy time, and these people always tend to show up at that time. And what they do is they meet at the end of an aisle where there's like only one crossroad, and then they block off the entire aisle to discuss how their last year has been. Fuck you. Okay? If you want to do that, maybe don't. Just don't do it. Just say, hey, Jim, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a year. Would love to have you and the wife over for dinner one night so we could catch up. Boom, keep going. Because what you're doing is you're sitting here going, so I was buying like a pound of meat, and then I thought about Jenny, and like I hadn't seen Jenny in forever, and now look at you, you're right here. So like, what have you been up to? And then your cart is blocking off the aisle. Your fucking other buddy's cart is blocking off the aisle. There's 4 of you going back and forth in a circle, blocking off the entire aisle. And then there's a whole backup of people. It's just like in traffic. It's the same thing in traffic. You're so concerned about your own fucking shit that you can't think about, oh, there's like 700 other people here. It's not just me and my wife. Fuck you, dude. Keep moving. I need my bananas. Okay? Don't congregate at the end of aisles in grocery stores. Don't leave your cart on the one side of the aisle and then go take off down to the other side of the aisle to find your other shit. Be respectful of space and people, dude. Seriously. That might have been my number one pet peeve now that I'm going through this. People in public on their phones. Why? If you're walking into a store, I've seen this so many times from like both ends of this. Why, if you're walking into a store, do you want to have a conversation on Bluetooth? Some people now just do it in FaceTime or in like, oh, I don't want to get a tumor I don't want a cancerous tumor in my head. So I don't actually hold the phone to my head anymore. I put it all on speakerphone because I want my whole life on display for everyone around me. Well, I hate to tell you this, Wanda, but you're not a fucking superstar. Nobody knows who you are, and we don't give a fuck what happened to you in the day, okay? If you're coming in to deal with somebody in a shop or a store or whatever you're doing, turn the fucking Bluetooth off. Put your fucking phone down. Talk to somebody. That one might aggravate me a little bit too, but I feel like you can relate. This is all bullshit, dude. Who the fuck walks around like, I don't want my it's loud enough in your headset for people when you're having a conversation with people. You don't need it on speakerphone to have. So I went and got the dog and the dog barked at me and my husband said, well, why are you letting the dog bark at you? And then I was like, why the fuck are you talking to me like that? Like, I don't give a fuck what you're doing. I don't care about your life, lady. Okay, keep moving. Or the dude. So I was talking to Todd today and like, we totally made like $50 million, bro. Yeah. And then next week we got to go to like Seattle and we got to, catch rain in buckets and then we got to go home and then that's going to be a 1.2 mil day, bro. Because like we're making this app where, we can count the drops in a bucket so that you know how much water you actually have. Like, the fuck are you talking about, dude? Get the fuck off the phone. Talk to the person in front of you. Assholes. The dudes that do that in public are the same dudes that I hate it when guys give you nicknames. Like, you don't know me, man. I don't want you. It's not okay. Don't come in and be like, hey, Chief, how can you help me today? Or, hey, Chief, what's going on? How you doing? I'm not Chief. I'm not your fucking dude. Call me Justin or Justin. How about that? Okay. If you're one of my kids' friends, just don't call me anything. Just go have fun. Okay. And shut up. But for dudes that come in, they call you chief. They call, hey, boss, what's the new deal today, boss? Hey, boss, fuck you. I'm not your boss. I don't give a fuck about you. Stop calling me boss. If you call me boss again, I'm going to call you champ, okay? And I'm going to pat you on the head like a fucking toddler. I hate that shit. Or bro. I said this in a couple episodes ago when I was talking about teen slang. You call me bro, again, same thing as the Saw, but instead of Saw, I'm thinking about Redman's song Slap the Shit Out You. Don't call me bro. Don't call me chief. Don't call me boss. Because all I can fucking think is I'm gonna slap the shit out you. This is a question I have for you. You say, hey chief, what's the new deal for today? I'm going, okay, I got a question for you. You want the flat side or you want the pimp side? Because I'm going to slap you with my hand. You get to pick the side I slap you with. It's fucking bullshit. Don't talk to people like that, man. Just say, hey, how's it going? I'm Trevor. What's your name? Nice to meet you. Call me by my fucking name. Don't call me boss. Fuck you. Okay? Again, I know I'm a little amped up. This is the coffee talking, I think. That's probably a combination of all the things. Close talkers. I hate close talkers. Seinfeld did a great episode on it where people just like, when I worked at the shop, there were so many times where people would like invade your space and talk really close and like try to get up beside you and you'd keep moving back because people don't realize they fucking stink, dude, or their breath is bad. Some people will even fart. Just let it rip in public because no shame around that shit, Close talkers are the worst. Quiet talkers. Dude, I knew a guy in grade school that was like he could be sitting right beside you and he would just be like, so I was trying to buy a chocolate bar at the store the other day and then when I bought the chocolate bar just... Like, what? I can't hear you, dude. You're sitting right beside me. I can't hear you. I must have said what to this guy 500 times a day. I hate that shit. Don't make me do work to be your friend. Like in terms of listening to, like, if you know how they say friendships, relationships should be like 50-50. They should be like, you should contribute on both sides. If you can't talk loud enough for me to hear, I'm not contributing 2-hour relationship. I'm leaving it. I'm turning around and I'm walking the fuck away. Because if I can't hear you, you're going to be offended by some time where you talk to me like you're on the street. Hey, Justin, how's it going? Well, I'm going that way. I don't hear you. And now you're going to be pissed at me because I didn't hear you and you think I'm ignoring you. Fuck you. You're a quiet talker. Talk louder. Use your voice. Project. Get it to the back of the room. Take an acting class. Public presentation class. I don't know, but talk at a normal volume. You don't have to talk as loud as I talk because I know I yell. I hate it when people try to one-up each other. When you tell a story and then the next guy keeps trying to tell you a story. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking stupid, dude. It's really fucking stupid. I don't know why you have to be so insecure that, like, you can't just listen to somebody's story and then not try to interject and make it about you. I'm not trying to one up you. If I'm telling somebody a story, I'm telling somebody a story because that's what we're doing in the conversation and we're trying to make each other laugh. I'm not trying to make it look like I do something better than you. I don't try to make it look like, at least that's not my intent, to try and make it like I did it and you didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to one up you. I don't give a shit what you do. I'm only worried about what I'm doing. Like, that's it. I feel like one-uppers are always like the people that want a pat on the back. I can't stand people that just want a pat on the back, dude. I really can't. It drives me fucking nuts. I worked with a couple people where I feel like if you're at work and nobody's telling you you're doing a bad job or you're not doing anything wrong, then that's your pat on the back. You're doing good. But there's people that I've worked with that they just need the pat on the back all the fucking time, you know? And it's like, if they do the job that they're supposed to do, the thing that they're paid to do, and they just do it right, then they need a pat on the back at the end of the day. Good job. You did this great. Why? You don't need a pat on the back every day. Read between the lines, right? Like, if no one's telling you you're doing a bad job, you're doing a good job. That's my thought. So, like, you don't need the pat on the back. I think it's ridiculous. If you do something that's extraordinary or like a legitimate big deal, like you solved a major problem or you did this, get that pat on the back. You deserve your recognition, but you don't need a pat on the back for just coming into work one day. And the last thing that drives me crazy is clapping when planes land or when movies are over. The only time you should clap when a plane lands, okay, is if you're crashing in the Amazon and everyone survives. Then you can clap for the pilot because the pilot did an excellent job. If it was just a regular flight and you landed, then the pilot did his job. You don't need to clap for that. That's like clapping for a bus driver that stops at every stop. Good job, Trevor. Thank you for stopping at my stop, which you do every day. I'll see you tomorrow. Like, get the fuck out of here. If you're at a movie, you can clap if you're in Cannes, whatever the fuck it's called. Cannes Film Festival, Toronto Film Festival. If you're at a film festival and they're unveiling the movie and the people that made the movie and are in the movie are there watching, then clap for them because they're there. But there's no sense in clapping for The Rock and Jumanji when fucking you're in Guelph. What are you clapping at? They know that it's out there. They're not there. They don't. You clap for the people that did the thing as like a celebration of their great job. If they don't hear, it's not like if a tree falls in the forest. Okay, sure, it makes a sound, but here's the difference. If you're not there, you don't hear it. You don't know. Who gives a shit? Okay, just do the thing and move on. That's all I'm saying. Those are my pet peeves. Those are my major pet peeves. I think that people can relate to these pet peeves. I hope that you enjoyed the sesh. Those are my thoughts off the stem. Thank you for joining me this week. I hope you come back next week on Thoughts Off the Stem with me, Justin Barone. Visit tots420.com for some blogs and whatnot and other episode links. Yeah. And until next time, keep your lids low, baby.